Greetings, Rebel Salute out there. Rebel Salute, this is Kenya Revolutionary. I hope you're doing well for another day. Today is Tuesday, the 30th. The first month of January 2024 is almost done. We are moving fast, okay? Before you know it, it's going to be 2030. But anyway, welcome. This is Kenya Revolutionary for another day of rantings and wafflings, talking about Kenyan politics and what's going on out there. We want to see and talk about what's really going up there. What's going on? As you can see in my headline there, we are going to touch on Khalwale. Just talk about it a little bit. I tried to make a video last night and it wasn't the perfect video, but I put it on X. So I'll just try to explore this whole case of Khalwale. Then Larry Madowo seems to be catching heat for saying something that the president actually said a few months ago. And he's catching heat from the Kenya Kwanza side. So what's going on with that? And Azimio are at it again. Coffee, kama kawaida. Azimio had a press conference today where Martha Karua, Eugene Wamalwa, Jeremiah Kioni, Wandai was there, Raila Odinga, of course. But Kalonzo was missing. But they said Kalonzo had, they had the blessings of Kalonzo. Kalonzo was not able to be in that press conference. But basically what they said is that they're still together, Azimio iko pamoja. And they kind of say that, insinuated, especially when it was time for Martha Karua to speak, that's when she said that she condemned the US for actually helping this Kenya Kwanza regime come to power and supporting their policies. And he asked that they respect the judiciary, okay? Because it seems like the president will be appealing the decision, the housing, whatever, the decision about housing and Haiti stuff, okay? And the US seems to be supporting this. I also had this being said by Otiende Amolo in the Siasa Fiesta in the morning when he was debating or having a discussion with his counterparts. So we shall look at that, okay? And as usual, we'll read some tweets if read some tweets from influential Kenyans out there. But anyway, just to start today, okay, to start off, let's just touch on this Mambo ya Khalwale. What's going on with this Khalwale stuff? I did not get deep into it, but I want to address it right now. Let's address it head on. What's going on with Boni Khalwale? Okay, the official story Boni Khalwale was telling us is that he was chilling in his house with his friends. I don't know if they were drinking or whatever the case is. They were inside the house. I don't know if he was upstairs, downstairs, whatever. I don't know how his house is set up, but he was inside his house at night, okay? And according to him, the caregiver, Mr. Kizito, I can only remember that name, Kizito Moi something, rest in peace, young man, who is the caretaker of the bull. I don't know the name of the bull, Anusia, I don't know, whatever the case is, okay? He was somewhere where the bull was, with the bull somewhere. And it happened that this bull was fed with busa or something. I don't know what it was fed with. But it was at night and the bull attacked Mr. Kizito somewhere. I don't know if it was uko inje hapo pale huyo ng'ombe iko. And the man was God in several places. Komatako, Mgongo, back, Tumbo, I don't know where else. I'm just going by what Khalwale was telling us, okay? So, we lapped it up and we said, okay, maybe that's true. Bulls can be actually very, they can get wild, When they're upset, it's very hard to deal with a bull. Bull is a beast. It's a beast, actually. When it loses its control, temper, it's very hard to actually subdue it. So that can be a possibility. But there should be question raised in this story. And there's a guy called Toto. I don't know his real name, but apparently he's been said to be a Boni Khalwale rival Okay. So this guy came out and had a press conference and say that um, Bonnie Khalwale killed Mr. Kizito, which that's a huge that's a huge claim statement. If I was Bonnie Khalwale, the first thing I would do is sue this guy for kuniharibia jina, libel, whatever the case is. I'm a senator. You can't just come in a few hours after it was announced that my caretaker is dead and come out and say that I'm responsible for his murder, and actually not even responsible, not even indirectly responsible. You are actually not even insinuating or alleging. You are actually coming out and saying live ati nimeua Kizito. I mean, if I was the Senator Khalwale, I would take him to court immediately. Okay, kuniharibia jina, sue him. But it's been 24 hours, almost 24 hours now, and there's nothing sorts. Maybe you can argue that Khalwale is mourning, but anyway, this guy comes out and holds a press conference and tells the members of the media, tells them that Khalwale stabbed this man multiple times because apparently Mr. Kizito, the caretaker, the bull caretaker for Mr. Khalwale, might have had an affair with Bonnie Khalwale's wife. Okay, that's what he was saying, alleging. Not even alleging, he was saying that, And he continued to say that. I don't know how he saw the body of Kizito, but he said that the man, Kizito, was stabbed several places. Okay, and the stab wounds, does not support this theory of a bull horns goring someone. Okay. Now, I haven't seen the body. No one has seen the body. Most people haven't seen the body. I don't know if you've seen Kizito's body. So we can't make that determination. But the gentleman, Mr. Toto, I forgot his full name, who is, let's be fair, he's been said to be Khalwale's political enemy. So he might have a hidden agenda. But for him to boldly say something like that, and he's saying that's like, he knows something, that actually raises an eyebrows and actually long time, good year, karibu sana as usual. Yes, so this Toto individual, that's his name, I'm not calling him I'm Toto, but one of his new name, but he was saying basically that Khalwale for some reasons found out that he's caretaker for 20 years. The man has been he's been a caretaker for 20 years. Okay? But apparently, according to that guy, Khalwale found out that this man was having an affair with his wife, and he was enraged, and he went ahead and stabbed this man to death. And even he raises questions saying that, if a bull was attacking Mr. Kizito at night, when a bull, moves around, you can hear the sound because it's a huge, vicious beast. You can hear makelele. If the guy was being gored or attacked by this bull, angekuwa anapiga nduru, and the nduru would be enough, loud enough for anyone within the boma to hear that there's some commotion somewhere and come out to try to rescue him. But that seems not to be the case. Khalwale told us that he never had anything. He just woke up and apparently he found that Mr. Kizito was dead, was gone to death. Now, again, Mr. Toto also raises question by asking if it was a matter of this bull attacking, dungering this Mr. Kizito, a bull that this man has taken care of for 20 years. He has dealt with these bulls in general, for 20 years. So he knows something about bulls, whether he was drunk or not, whether the bull was drunk or not. This man has some level of experience when it comes to livestock, especially bulls. So again, he said that if that was the case, why was Khalwale so quick in killing this bull, which he argues it's an Exhibit A right here as evidence to show if really this bull actually Nino. And here's the thing, and he encouraged the DCI to come investigate this thing and actually jail Khalwale, because he argues, and he has a good valid point. I'm not saying that I totally believe his story, but what I'm trying to say is this: he raises good questions, because he said if the bull did this to Mr. Kizito, the bull horns will be something that the DCI would like to examine. But Khalwale went ahead and, killed this bull within a few, few hours once he woke up. Yes, Goodyear is saying this case is beyond believable. There is only one person, two who know what has happened, and the body washing doesn't make sense. Again, thank you very much. That's another thing I was forgetting. Let me see kahawa. Why did Khalwale wash that body? Why did he wash the body of the Kizito? If the bull attacked this man, why did he wash his body? Sinangeita police, once you find out this, okay, this is what I'm thinking. If you woke up and you went to check on your farm or whatever, your bulls, and you found that your caretaker is dead, lying down, has been attacked by a bull, and obviously is lifeless, laying down somewhere, before touching the body, I'm not experienced in body care, taking care. I understand maybe Khalwale is a doctor, but still, even as a doctor, the first thing you should do is call the authorities, the police or whatever the case is. They come in, pick up the body, examine it, and make that determination of what actually killed the person, who killed Mr. Kizito. Why did he have to actually get the body, wash it, and actually quickly kill the bull, And the way he was mourning about that bull, I saw that picture, and I might play it. I don't know if I should play it again, but the way he was mourning before killing the bull, it was so forced, and it was clear as day. He was playing, wanted the people who are watching to see that he was mourning. It was so obvious. I mean, can you have a better acting skills, Mr. Khalwale? So there's so many questions surrounding this case that actually I truly believe whoever is investigating is responsible for this case should actually look at this thing critically, because there's so many questions to be asked, so many inconsistencies, so many things that do not make sense in this case, especially the reasoning behind the suspicious circumstances under which this man actually lost his life. For somebody who has 20 years of taking care of bulls, dying in that manner is a little bit, I don't know. But anyway, Khalwale is Khalwale. We'll see how it goes. Knowing Kenya, if you have money, you're not going to be arrested. You're not going to be taken anywhere. We've seen Didmas Baraza shot somebody, and he's still out there. Goodyear is telling me the forensics was destroyed, so I believe the case will go underground. But you know what? This is what I say, though. They might, even if they try to destroy that, the body is where the evidence is. If they examine that body, if he was stabbed, a stabbing, ukidungwa na kisu, and a bull dungaring you is two different kidonda. Unacheki, ukiangalia hiyo injury, the wounds that Mr. Kizito suffered, that's where they can actually tell if this man was actually killed by a bull or stabbed to death, because it's so easy to prove. You look at the body and see the nature of the wound on the places that he was allegedly stabbed at, okay? So I think that's the big thing. The body will actually either convict Mr. Khalwale or exonerate him from this suspicious circumstance, okay? So that's with Khalwale. Anyway, in another news, Azimio, our friends in Azimio. What's his face? Raila Odinga, Martha Karua, Eugene Wamalwa, they are trying to convince us that Azimio is strong and popping. Okay? Azimio is a ngo. Is what? Azimio. Azimio is strong and pop in, ready for 2027 or whatever the case is. They came out and their press conference looked like a bunch of old men and one woman telling you about the church meeting next Wednesday or something like that. I mean, it was just terrible. I was struggling just watching at the press conference. I mean, the thing was just. But what did they say? Nothing. Basically, they were saying, "Oh yeah, the normal stuff, you know. This government has blah blah blah. We shall fight this government. We shall." Nothing of substance. Let me just save you. If you haven't watched that press conference, there's nothing much they say. But again, I understand why they did it, because there was growing concern, especially after the meeting was skipped last Thursday, that Azimio was likely disintegrating, okay, with the news that Kalonzo wants to run in 2027 and he doesn't care. He has to run. And Martha Karua was also making noise with his Kamwene and Nak or whatever the case is. So I think they found it convenient to actually make sure, show their supporters that they're still together. So I get it, but I think the whole thing was unnecessary, if you ask me. There was nothing that was said. They just wasted people's time. And Azimio is toothless. As I said, they're going to break up, or they're going to most likely very soon join the next coalition, which is the president. Okay, so there's nothing really there. Then Mado, I don't see the big deal with Mado. Okay, actually, you know, he was just mentioning what the president was saying, how he was himself. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, today I'll be very brief because I'm trying to go watch some game. Arsenal is playing Nottingham Forest. I want to watch that game, and Newcastle is playing Aston Villa. So I shall sign off early. I just wanted to speak about this because it seems like it's been out there. There's nothing much siasa that's going on. I wanted to do a piece on Gladys Wanga. She was on Spice FM. I'm yet to watch that interview, and I want to hear what she says, because apparently she was talking about how the Treasury is actually not following the Constitution. So I would be very curious to hear what Miss Gladys Wanga's interview went when she was at Spice FM. And also, I wanted to break down also, what's his name? Otinda Molo. Okay. Otinda Molo was in Siasa Fiesta in the morning, and he was having a discussion explaining how the parliament is not effective anymore. The debates are not going on anymore. And there was a gentleman there who was now Jubilee. And they also touched on the case. Apparently, there's a case going on before the judges about who is the majority in the House. Of course, Otinda Molo saying, what's his name? Wetangula did not rightfully name the Kenya Kwanza coalition as the majority. And he breaks that all down. You can go watch the interview. I want to go watch it. I didn't have time. I was busy. I got caught up, but I just wanted to touch on the issues that are going on today. Let me read Goodyear's comment here. He's saying, the Azimio have cracked. They are legless. They might want to recruit young people and come up with a new name, while the veterans will be there to shadow the new recruits. I agree. But the problem is, the old folks want to be in the limelight. Hawataki kuacha hiyo taa. They want the attention on them. Okay? So they can't give. That's the problem, you know. They want to be praised. They wamependa hiyo power. They like being praised. Yes, Baba, Mama, Karua, whatever. You know, they cannot let the younger folks grow. They want all the glory to themselves. Hawataki kuacha hiyo clout, okay? So they will never let the younger folks actually take over, because they always love power, and hiyo masifa ndogo ndogo ambao wanapata wakienda hizo meetings zao. So they will never stop that. But yeah, as I say, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends and comrades, it's been 19 minutes. I will stop here. Goodyear, thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry, brief. I just want to go prepare and go watch the games. As you know, I'm an ardent football fan. Tomorrow, good year, you better show up because Chelsea's playing Liverpool. I understand you're a Liverpool fan. So, utatueleza kinaga ubaga once we beat you at Anfield. We'll give Jurgen Klopp a good present before he leaves the Premier League. Nice seeing you good here. Take care, my brother. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. My name is Ken the Revolutionary. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead. Gina Ndioyo. Apo chini, apo. Let me remove this so you can see. Find me on YouTube. Follow me on X. I'm even in TikTok. What are you waiting for? Subscribe, share, like, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace and blessings.